my fellow drifting maniacs, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to talk about how not to upgrade your Arrma Felony. What, Richie? How not to upgrade it? Well, at the start of the day I was hoping things were going to go quite well. Met up with my friend Eric, who's picked up his new Arrma Infraction V2 yesterday, which is absolutely awesome. So I thought I'd take the Felony out. Anyway, I thought it'd be quite nice with its new ESC fitted to it. Sorted out the cogging issue without any problem, or so I thought. And I thought I'd run it with 6S, you know, it can do a bit of drag racing up and down, see which one's the quicker out of the two cars. However, when I went out with the 6S pack in the Felony, didn't go quite well, like this. Ooh. Well, from the outset, something is desperately wrong with the car. I'm thinking it's set on 25%. No, it's not. It's set on 100%. We are definitely, it's accelerating like a 3S car, not a 6S car or even an 8S car. Something majorly wrong. So immediately, I'm noticing the car is down on power. I know it's got a fully charged 6S pack, and I should have been paying maybe more attention, not to what happened on a day, but what happened in the previous few days. I had a cogging issue the other night, sorted that out, but I made one fatal error in the wiring of the car, which I believe caused today's issue. Basically, if a brushless motor gets too hot, the magnets cease becoming magnets and the motor loses power. I think that is what was happening today. I think the motor was fried before we even went out there today. It was sluggish from the start, ESC's all primed, it's not cogging, anything like that. Although no, that pack is fully charged. I've checked it 5 minutes before leaving the house. So I fit two 4S packs in there to run this thing on 8S, because the ESC is 8S capable, and then this happens.
Yeah, see, that should be pulling way harder than that. Ooh, so something's not quite right.
See, it's still running sluggish as can be. So I think, well, maybe it's just a gearing, maybe it's a little tall. So I max it out, flat out down the hill, and it's still not pulling like a rocket. Get to the bottom of the hill to turn around to come back, and
I've either run out of power or out of range.
Nothing. Walk all the way down to the bottom of the hill and find this.
This is the second week in a row. This is the brand new ESC, and once again, I've got a cogging issue. Nothing there.
It's cogging. It's cogging once again. So what's gone wrong? Well, I would say lay the blame entirely at this guy's fault on here, because this was a user error. And as I say, I do this stuff so you guys don't have to. So learn from this video. So if you're going to fit that 160 amp 8S capable ESC to your Arrma Felony, I'm going to take the cover off now, show you what the problem is, and I'm also going to talk through what the solution is. Don't hide anything away on this channel. I like to think I kind of get it wrong occasionally like this, so you guys don't have to. Bit of a horror show inside the car, but let me talk you through it. What I'm about to show you I found out in the parking lot itself, but take the cover off and the problem becomes blindingly obvious. First of all, the fan power lead is disconnected. So when I resorted out all the leads the other night, got the thing up, stopped it from cogging, maybe I didn't plug in that fan lead, or maybe it came loose today, not sure, but that is definitely part of the problem. The big problem, the heat. From the motor side connector, it has got that warm, the solder has come loose and the connector has pulled completely loose from the car on there. So basically, 8S ESC is great, but with the stock 6S motor, it's not ended well. Now these stock motors can do 2 or 3 speed run passes on full throttle before getting slightly warm. So I was thinking with a fan on there, should be good. Tested it around the yard, drifting around the yard without any problem with the fan connected. It was absolutely fine, not going over temperature at all. So I thought it was good until I did that big long pull. But obviously, if the fan was disconnected, that thing was going to overheat in absolutely no time. But I'm thinking the sluggish performance was that the motor had got too warm the other night. The magnets were probably fried. If the magnets get too hot, they stop becoming magnets. You lose power, and therefore this thing is going to be pulling more and more current to try and make the same power on there. So user error on there. So what I would say is, if you're going to upgrade to that 160 amp 8S capable ESC, either make very, very sure that a fan cable is plugged in and maybe tape it up so it doesn't come loose. And I think that will work for quite a while, because I was running it around the yard, hooning it around the yard, which arguably would put more heat in the motor than that big pull on a speed run would do down there. Or you could fit a Power Hobby twin turbo fan set up to the car, which will keep the motor cooler. If the motor is kept cooler, it will draw less current. That means the ESC won't get as warm, the wiring won't get warm in there. I'm guessing on here, simply the heat in the motor without the fan running, the thing got too hot, drew too much current through the wires, and that's what fried the solder, and that was the little cog in action you saw down on that. Like I say, I don't hide anything away on this channel. I would rather you learn from my problems and not make the same mistake. Now, I've got quite a few of these Arrma 6S motors spare from different upgrades I've done on the cars, so all I'm going to do is, I'm not even going to bother trying to solder the connector back on there. I'm going to strip that motor out, fit a new motor in there, and then we'll take it for a quick test out around the yard and see if it corrects the problem. But in future, I'm going to be running this car purely on 6S. Although it's 8S capable, I'm fairly confident that thing just running 6S is going to stay nice and cool. I'm going to be able to run packs back to back on there, drift it around like crazy without any overheating issues. Anyway, old motor out, new one in. Okay, at this point I would just point out that it's the Arrma motor lead that has failed. The solder on that's got too warm. However, on the high temperature connection wires that I use, linked to them below the video, they've not failed at all. So if you don't want this to happen, then buy some of these. Well, this is branded as being a Spectrum 2050 kV motor. You will see it's exactly the same as the outgoing Arrma 2050 kV brushless motor on there. The heatsink should be fairly simple to remove. Simply slide that clip off the back. Okay, not taking any chances. Replace the leads completely. We'll see some of these longer 6-inch ones, which we also supply. I'll put a link to those below the video. Now, to my mind, that routing is much better, not straining against the top on there. Don't know if you had any heat issues in the existing ones, but not taking any chances. But these things, 200C rated 10 AWG wire, and seems to have cured the problem, I think. I think it's about time we went and tested this baby on 6S outside, see if we got the power back, which I have a feeling we have. Okay, so new motor in, new leads in case they got fried along the way. Has the car got more urgency? Yeah, I would say it has. Definitely got all the power back on there, for sure, for sure. Brakes a little bit iffy, to say the least. But that power, oh, we definitely got all the power back now. Whatever was missing earlier today, Eric, I've definitely fixed it, for sure. Definitely. This is just running on 6S, but that has definitely got all the power back now. And then some. Need some heat in those rear tyres, Richie. Can afford to go a bit lunatic mode now, because now I've got some new rears in, and anyone thinks running the car in this with this much power in this space is easy, think again, particularly until the tyres get warmed up and then you can hoon. Like that. Takes a little bit of a while to get the heat in there, and once they're hooked up, you can hoon. Now, still need to adjust the braking. None of the variables on the ESC seem to match the instruction manual at all. That would be my only complaint about this, but I think next Sunday we'll definitely be on for some fun. But that braking, Rich, definitely need to work on the braking. Oh! Well, as I say, I'll show you the good and the bad on this channel. I'll show you when it goes well, and I'll show you when it goes horribly wrong, but I also like to think I show you the solution to the problems. If you're going to fit that 160 amp ESC, stick with 6S or fit an 8S Poseidon motor to the car, so the thing is going to keep nice and cool. Don't, whatever you do, forget to connect the fan wires. If you disconnect those, it's going to end in tears like I've just shown you. Anyway, stay safe, people, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Well, thumbs up if you like this video, guys. Post any comments you might have in the comment section below the video, and hit the circle below to subscribe. And if you do hit the circle, don't forget to hit the bell.